What's going on, guys? We are two sweaty males here in Coach Michael Sekos's gym, and we are the Heavy Hybrids.
Yeah, welcome to the first episode of the Heavy Hybrid podcast. I'm still tripping out that this is happening. Today we're going to be talking about all things that, what the fuck we're going to be going on. Essentially, fuck, I fucked it already.
That's right, I'll start again.
That's all right. Go again, start again.
Just keep rolling, bro. This is why it's fucking is casual.
I'm Coach Mike, exercise physiologist, hybrid athlete, bit of this, a bit of that. We're in my gym. We're going to be talking all things hybrid training. Welcome to the first episode. That's all the intro you're going to get right now until I think of something else to say. So Tyson's going to take over the rest of it.
Look, if you see us start to sweat, it's because it's a hot day here. And again, we're in the sweat den of Michael's gym. We want to start this podcast because we were just talking about it before. It's like, bro, heavy hybrid is where it's at. Myself and Michael are both hybrids, and we're heavy boys. We don't want to be running around with 70 kilo guys who can't even fucking deadlift over 120. You know?
Yeah, no disrespect.
No disrespect. I'm disrespecting, but no disrespect.
Yeah, no disrespect. A little bit of disrespect. I feel like now running's kind of taken off, so it's at a point where more people are getting into it, and a lot of people want to lift at the same time. Tyson and I have been doing it for probably the better part of a year and a half, 2 years.
I reckon 2 years, eh?
Yeah, ish now. So, and we've gotten respectable at it. Obviously, we always have a lot more work to go, but I've worked with a ton of clients now, helping them get better. Red's done something similar. Tyson, also nicknamed Red, by the way, has done something similar with his people. So we made this podcast to kind of help you guys debunk everything related to hybrid training, give you some insight into our own training, what we're doing, stuff we realize, stuff we notice, answering questions, you name it.
And I think with that too, it's like, as much as we talk about running, there's also other forms of training you can do, you know? Like, of course, running is popular at the moment. I think it's a great way to be able to get outside and go do other shit. But man, whether you're a swimmer, whether you cycle, like anything, it's more about just a combination of just lifting weights, doing some type of cardiovascular exercise, competing in it if you can, and actually fucking being decently good at both aspects, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, which is hard. And that's what we're here to help you for.
Yep.
I'll primarily be handling the training side of things. Tyson is a nutritionist and he's helped, I don't know, millions of people, it looks like.
At least 2 million.
With their nutrition stuff. So, and these things go hand in hand. And it's funny because training is one thing, but if you can train as hard as you want, if your nutrition's off when it comes to hybrid training, your training will go to shit.
Yeah, 100%.
And I've experienced that like when I first started. So he's going to handle that stuff. I'll handle the training side of stuff. And yeah, hopefully you guys get something out of it, which I know you will anyway.
Yep. So why don't you first tell us about who you are and what you've been doing?
So I'm Coach Mike, obviously, as I said, exercise physiologist, but did that for a little while. Was coaching powerlifting for a while and competed a little bit in strongman and powerlifting. Never really went anywhere with it. Got pretty strong, but nothing crazy. Then 2 years ago, picked up running and pretty much haven't stopped ever since. All I did to start running was just start it because I wanted to do something new, and then I fell in love after that. Then kind of more people were starting to get into it, and then, yeah, I feel like it's pretty much the same for you most likely.
Yeah. But like what, you've done a marathon?
Done a marathon, done a few half marathons, 10K races, trails, you name it, done it all. Ultra is the only thing I haven't done yet, which I want to do either at some point this year or next year.
Fucking oath.
It's just a matter of time with that kind of thing because the amount of effort you need to put into it is debilitating.
Yeah.
And I don't know if my missus would be too happy if I'm running for 6 hours on a Sunday. But anyway, other than that, yeah, and then powerlifting wise, strength, deadlift 300, that's my best lift, squat 235, bench, I think I've done 155. Now that it's doing those things in isolation is great, and hats off to anyone that's done any of those things, but how do we keep doing both of those things together? I currently weigh, I think, I could jump on the scale, I think I'm about 92 or 93 kilos. I want to try and stay around this weight and be as strong as I can while being as fast as I can and as fit as I can. And I want to help people do exactly the same thing.
Fucking
Red.
I'm the same. So yeah, nickname Big Red. We're actually quite similar in regards to height and weight. What's
Pretty
your height?
much, yeah, 178.
178? Yeah. So we're basically the same. And this is why I think it was very cool for us to do it together, because I don't know anyone else who is of pretty much equal strength and equal fitness. Like Michael is definitely faster than me with running and can run longer. But in regards to just being overall quite similar in regards to, again, strength and fitness, like I don't know anyone else around our size, that type of thing. Right?
Yeah.
Like, you know people, but not our friends type of thing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
I would definitely say now it's a lot of people are trying to get into lifting and running. A lot of people don't know how to do it, but a lot of people who are bigger I asked like, if you're 80 kilos plus, running is pretty hard.
Yeah.
Like it's not like it's not a walk.
Yeah.
It's a run.
Yeah. Like when we say we run, it's like, bro, we can run for under 5-minute paces.
Yeah.
Right? For like longer distance of time.
Yeah.
Like, again, my PB I've done 30Ks before. You've done a marathon. I've done 30Ks unofficially, just ran it. And my best 10K was like 42 minutes and 43 seconds. So
I think mine's slightly faster.
Yeah.
42:34.
so close, right?
Very close.
Yeah.
Very close.
And like with that side of things, again, it's just like, it's fun to do both because I'm not as competitive. Like I've done a powerlifting competition, but like I just like to give the powerlifting boys a run for their money without actually doing powerlifting. I've also deadlifted 300 before. 1 rep max bench press was like 160.
Probably could do more.
Possibly, yeah. Like if I trained for it.
I don't feel like you grinded it.
No.
Yeah.
And then like back squat is absolutely trash. Couldn't even tell you what fucking, like I think it was like 2 something, like 230 maybe if I'm lucky.
Yeah.
Not a lot. So that's where I'm fucking struggling with. But with that, for me, the nutrition aspect is what I like to focus more on because I did my graduate diploma in sports nutrition, and I just found it so much more interesting to me. Like it's very hard for me to figure out programming wise, which is why we've got Michael here. But with me, the nutrition, it comes so easily and little changes. Well, firstly, realizing that there's fucking gun athletes out there who have trash nutrition. That's just genetics, right? I've dealt with some people where they're fucking weapons, but they just have shit nutrition. But there's also the people that want to get better, and nutrition plays such a big part, and little things go a long way for nutrition.
Yeah, and also if you want to get info just about training, nutrition, but also like the principles and science behind it.
Yeah.
This is kind of the place for you. We're evidence-based. I got a master's. Tyson studied this shit inside out. We're not going to be giving you anecdotal evidence or like, oh, bro, you shouldn't eat carbs before bed type shit. If you want that kind of stuff, you're at the wrong place.
Yeah.
Everything we're going to give you is going to be either stuff we've tried and tested, or it's evidence-based or principles-driven.
Yeah.
We're not going to be throwing out bullshit anecdotes. No Huberman stuff around here.
Yeah.
We're giving you real stuff and stuff that we've probably done
Yep.
or do, or at least get our clients to do.
100%. Like again, like usually I would say you're probably like me. You've done stuff before you implement with the client, so you know how the theory relates to action, and then seeing how you can apply it to them.
Yeah, anything you hate, I've hated it.
Yeah, fucking
That's what I
oath.
tell my
Yeah. You watch me do Zerches all the time. I
Yeah.
give clients Zerches like, oh, and then I'm like, well, watch how fucking much I do. So shit like that,
Yeah. So if you want to learn how to balance lifting, you want to learn how to balance running, you want to know more about the nutrition side of things, and you want to know more about all of the physiology and background and science and all the other kind of nerdy but fun stuff that goes along with it, this is going to be the place for you.
And you're gonna get laughs along the way because we're fucking sick cunts, and you're gonna like us. We're not just fucking boring people. Again, we blend the science, but also a bit of humor in there too because we're fucking funny.
We're cooked.
Yeah. 100%.
That's the answer. We're cooked.
Yeah. So with that, then I would say like, what are you going to be doing this year for like, what are your kind of plans? You said ultra. What else are you going to be focusing on?
Or maybe I'll try. I've got to find one that I can enter. So upcoming right now, I've got a trail run at the end of Feb. Which will be a 12K trail run in the snowy mountains.
Oh yeah.
That one is going to be pretty easy. It's not going to be hard, and I think a lot of people who run trail runs, you don't necessarily try to hit PBs on trail runs because they can be a little bit hard to manage the elevation and everything like that.
The terrain.
The terrain. So it's not necessarily something I'm doing for a PB, but that'll be something I'm doing just to get another run under my belt. And then I'll be doing the Hocker Half Marathon, which I'm sure many of the people who are listening to this will be doing in, I think it's at the beginning of May.
Yep.
Are you in that?
No.
You should enter.
Can you still enter?
Yeah, I actually think there's tickets available still, as of today.
Yep.
But anyway, other than that, probably
I'm going to do the half marathon.
do it.
Why not?
And then other than that, there's a couple other races at the end of the year that I'll probably be doing. Probably do Hybrid of the Hills again if that runs, which was an awesome comp towards the end of last year. And then other than that, it's going to be supporting my clients in whatever their goals are. A lot of my clients I work with are lifters. A lot of them are runners. A lot of them are lifters wanting to get into running.
Yep.
Some of them are runners that want to get into lifting and want to get more strength-based stuff. And other people just want help managing their injuries, which is something else I specialize in. So blending all that stuff together and me being injured all the time as well, I guess it kind of makes for a pretty good experience, as well as the fact that I am fried.
Yeah. With that, it's funny
you?
because like when you say injury, like for me, running's always been a fucking issue because of my shins, right? I'm always constantly getting shin splints and going forwards or backwards, but having someone who can actually program for me has made it a lot easier where I'm not getting shin splints as much. So with smart training, I will be doing the Hocker Half. I've just said I'll do it.
Yeah.
I think we decided possibly we might do High Rocks together.
Yeah.
Like we kind of got to do it.
Yeah. If we're doing this, I feel like there's got to be some...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something together.
Or something.
Yeah. Like I also feel like, no offense to High Rocks people, High Rocks ain't that hard. All right. Like it's an hour tops.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like 8Ks in total, I'm pretty sure, or 10Ks
Yeah.
with exercises. And like, look, I get it, but there's fucking way harder stuff out there.
Don't get me wrong, winning it is hard.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we're going to win
Yeah,
it.
yeah. We're not gonna
I'm just saying completing it.
Yeah. Like you could be very basic and do it, which is good. Like I think doing this whole again that high rocks is that hybrid style in a way, except there's not a lot of heavy lifting.
But I also say I think that's why it's good because it has such a good. So anyone can enter.
Yes, 100%.
There's no barrier
Yep.
to entry into something like that, and that's the same thing with running, which is why I think it's caught on so much over
True.
the past year. There's no barrier to enter. Like just do
Just
it.
go outside, eh?
Yeah, just do it. Go for a run. If you want to do high rocks, you know how to do a lunge. Yeah, you know how to throw a ball up high.
Yeah.
You're pretty much ready to
You know
go.
how to push your sled, all right?
That's
fucking
it.
hell,
Like it's not that complicated.
Yep.
Obviously, you need to be fit.
Yep.
So not shitting on any of the high rocks athletes out there. Please don't.
Yeah,
take
yeah.
it
If you're winning the high rocks, like fucking respect.
you know,
But anyone
you're a
can do it.
machine.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah,
disrespect
yeah.
there. But you know, I think hybrid events is something where it's at. High rocks is an awesome example of that. Fred's going to do the Hocker half. That's going to be hectic. I'm going to be doing. I don't know how many clients of mine doing it right now as well. I think at least 7 or 8 of them are going to be jumping in. So that'll be fun.
What about you said you're going to do a powerlifting comp this year too?
Yeah. A goal is to do a powerlifting comp. I just don't know where and when I will do it.
Yeah.
I just do not want to necessarily join a federation. I would love to just do one at a gym.
Yeah.
We got to see.
Yeah.
I got to see where that's going to be feasible.
Yeah.
But are you?
Look, I'm just gonna if opportunities come up, I'm just gonna say yes to them. Like for me, the goal of hybrid is to be like, hey, this is coming up. Do you want to do it? Yeah, fucking oath.
Yeah.
Like if I want to go run 21Ks tomorrow, if it was that, I could do it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You want to have that capability where if the competition does come around, there's certain things you obviously have to train for. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh well, I'll just fucking do a marathon because I'm not that good. But I would like to be able to do things where if they come up, I'll say yes. So we have some things planned. Like I said, I'll do the Hocker, we'll do high rocks, push pull run, which is hybrid of the hills. Ideally, I'd like to kind of go to the Melbourne one too, possibly.
Yeah, that would be
That'd be cool.
The only issue is getting into these big races now is getting harder and harder.
Yeah.
Because there's like ballot entries. Like Sydney
really?
Marathon is like you have to be,
okay.
you have to be picked or something.
But what about the boys that do the push pull run in Melbourne Strength Culture? We could go do something like that.
Oh, that would be crazy.
Go down there, see them.
That would be
so there's heaps of opportunities for us to be competing this year, but you can just follow us on our journeys too. You know?
Yeah.
Like I don't see it has to be in a competition. Like you said, like I'd like to do a powerlifting competition. Just like, all right, weigh myself, this is my weight, this is what I lift, basically.
Would you
With,
say
like, proper technique?
Would you say hybrid is a lifestyle?
100%.
I would say
Yes.
yes.
Like
Yeah.
it's any like
Is that, I hope that doesn't sound cheesy.
No, bro,
Or
like,
like
it is,
someone's like, fuck this loser. I'm like,
fuck you, bro. They think
yeah,
they're
yeah,
fucking
you know,
loser,
I genuinely think it is because it's like, it's a lifestyle. Like you want to lift, you want to run, but doing the two is pretty hard and it occupies a lot of time and energy.
Yeah.
There is, like for me personally, if I'm training for a race and I'm running for, 3 hours on a Sunday morning when I could be in bed, I would say that's a lifestyle choice.
Yeah, and it's trade-offs too.
It's trade-offs. So it's like, it's hard, but we're here to try and make it easier.
And do it properly.
And, it's organic. The stuff we're talking about, we've done, and we're going to give you our real honest opinion or tried and tested experiences with it. I did a marathon. It was a nightmare for me. I'm not going to lie, but I did well. I think I did it in 3:35.
Which respectable pace.
Yeah, really respectable. I'm not breaking records, but for someone that's 94 kilos, there was no one ahead of me that was heavier.
Right.
I'm pretty sure I was the heaviest guy there, to be honest. And to be fair, it was hard, but I felt obviously great. So if there's anyone out there that wants to do the same, we want to help you do that. We want to be the ones that can support you on that journey, and we want to try and help you get as much information as you can in order to facilitate these goals of yours.
I also think with that, it's like, look, being hybrid doesn't mean you're going to, if you want to be an expert, I should say, if you want to win a powerlifting competition, you're probably going to have to focus a majority on that, right? If you're going to want to win, again, a bodybuilding competition, that's where your focus is going to be.
If you want to win a marathon,
right?
you got to
run, right?
You got to go run. You got to do that.
Yeah. Like we're not talking about you're going to be placing first, but you're going to be fucking giving people a run for their money and placing the top. I would say top 3 to 5%.
Yeah. Well, my marathon, I finished 5th.
There you go.
Out of close to 100 competitors.
Oh, okay, so there you go. Top fucking 5%. And that's what you want. And because people look at you and they're like, okay, this guy is fit. He's strong, he's fast. That's what you want.
Yeah.
You want to think about fucking Terminator when you look at
Yeah. Or Hulk when he's going crazy.
Yeah.
Minus the anger issues.
When people look at me down the road, they're like, I don't want to fucking... Well, who's this guy chasing, basically?
Wait, that sounds like that's happened pretty recently.
Right, yeah, possibly, maybe.
But yeah, other than that, we hope you get something out of this podcast. We're unsure as yet as to the frequency in which we'll be doing these things, but we're hoping at least fortnightly, I think.
Ideally, fortnightly would be good.
Yeah. So
we got jobs we got to do too.
Yeah, so we want to give you guys value, and if there's things you want to hear us talk about, if you do like it, DM us. I'm at Coach Michael Sekos on Insta, Hybrid Coach Mike on TikTok. Big Red is Tyson the Trainer on
Just Tyson the
Insta.
Trainer. Worst choice ever made. I'm like, yeah, Tyson the Trainer, but it's like, I do mostly nutrition. I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
pigeonhole myself, but it's Tyson the Trainer. Ask nutrition questions.
Yeah. Tyson the Trainer on Insta.
That's it on everything.
I've got YouTube. Maybe we'll make a YouTube for this too.
Oh yeah, I reckon, why not?
Fuck, why not?
Why
I don't know. We got to do something.
gives a
So,
shit? Yeah.
other than that, like I said, this is pretty raw, and this is our first one of these. So bear with us as we develop and grow this. But we really hope you guys get something out of it.
We said we wanted a bit of structure. There kind of was.
Yeah,
you
there
know?
kind of was.
But the first episode, we should say the second episode, the first official, what are we going to be talking about?
We're going to be doing, next one is on does cardio kill your gains? Which obviously everyone wants to know. Plus we've got pretty much anything and everything you want to know about hybrid training, and we're going to be doing longer form content. So these episodes will go for say roughly 30 minutes-ish. And we're going to try and break down as much as we can, give as much info as we can each and every time. And it's kind of cut to the point. We want to give you what you want to know. We're going to try and fluff around the little ins and outs of it.
Yeah. And like, no, like, fucking, fluffing around, but no, we want to give you hard answers. Like, hey, this is how you can do this. Like, oh, well, it depends. Like, yes, there's context, but also it's like, all right, well, you want to fucking do this? Let's just try and give you some examples about how to implement it.
Yeah.
Implementation's key.
100%. Actionable steps without having to pay for it.
Yeah. Maybe. We'll charge it maybe.
Maybe later.
G4P or something.
All right. Well, look, we'll leave that one there before it gets too weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for bearing with us.
Thanks for
thus far.
listening. I'll see you next podcast.
See you next time. Bye.
Ciao.